Welcome back, Kiss Army, to another episode of We Are One.
You wanted the best and you got the best. The hottest Kiss channel in the land. We are one. Welcome back to the Psycho Circus. We are one Kiss Army and we shout it out loud. Celebrating all eras of Kiss-tory. While you're here, be sure to subscribe because you got nothing to lose. Be like Ace and give this video a thumbs up and hit that bell so no matter if it's tomorrow or tonight, you can get all you can take. It's kissing time once again, so let's raise our glasses and get into today's video.
Now let me ask you this, and we're talking with Peter Criss again. Tell me, you've been through this mill now with Kiss for a while since the whole reunion tour. The reunion was wonderful, it was huge, God, yeah. It was everything everybody wanted. Tell me where you saw things start to kind of turn and change. You went reunion, you went Psycho Circus, you went the quote-unquote farewell tour, and then whatever's gone on since. I mean, how did it go again from everybody being so happy and being so huge and being so wonderful to having spiraled so quickly down again?
I know. It got back to the controlling issue. Controlling issue is a big thing for Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, always has been. Love to control everything. And like I said, if I had a day off, and I took that day off to rent a movie, have a little room service, take a little rest, make sure I'm ready to kick ass next night, it's my business. If one guy wants to go to a strip joint, that's his business. I don't really care. One guy wants to go out dinner, fine. One guy wants to go shopping, terrific. I lost train of thought now. So
where did it all kind of spiral? You said control.
So we had no problems with that on the reunion. Anybody could do whatever they wanted on days off. Everybody was happy. I was so happy to be back. It was such a great thing to get a second chance, I felt, in life, because that's what it was for me. A great second chance to maybe fix what was broken when we first dispersed it, when we first kind of went our own way. When I left, Ace left. It was not the best way I feel a band of our caliber and our legacy should ever go. We should have never left on such... It happens. We know we're in a crazy business. Bands break up. Bands want to go their own way.
Right.
I was hoping, in fantasy, hoping that it all would be so great because I had this always great, like maybe I'm delusional, but I was hoping that we'd really all get back. It would be all like we're brothers again. We're all sharing again. We're all going to be great. The minute the reunion was over and it got to Psycho Circus, it all changed again. It all got, well, now here comes an album. I was really excited. I was like, wow, we're going to finally do a studio album together as a band. And I think the fans felt the same way. Wow, Kiss is going to finally do a studio album, great studio album. The album came, Bruce Fairbairn, rest his soul, great guy. All of a sudden they're like, it's all up to Bruce. Anything that comes in, any kind of material is up to Bruce. Well, I wrote a lot of pretty good stuff. Brought it in, wasn't good enough. So you're going to sing this ballad Paul wrote. It got right back. We were going right back to that thing again. I control. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. We'll pay you for the record, and we'll say you played on it, but we don't want you to tell the world you didn't play on it. We want you to tell the world you played on it.
Which is something really that's gone on with them since Destroyer.
I couldn't live with that. I got to look in the mirror every day, and I sure wasn't going to let my fans think I'm playing on something I'm not on. I won't do that. So that started it. And as far as Ace was like, if Ace didn't get anything on the album, he was again like, I'm out of here. So he got one song, and he made sure I sang Piece of Water.
Yeah, actually, Ace has told me that the only song on Psycho Circus that it's actually the original four members doing what they do is on his song on that album, Into the Void.
Right.
That's the only song. You're on drums, and everybody's doing their respective thing.
Which was great. It was like, that was about the only moment for a minute there. It felt, wow, like the old days again. Here we were back in the room. But my songs got rejected. It hurt. It really bothered me. It was like, well, let's work on it maybe like we did with Ezra. Nothing got rejected with Bobby. Everything we did as a team. We did as a group. That's why I think Destroyer was so huge. I think it was the best album we ever did because we were a band when we did it. When this came along, and it seemed like we were even more powerful than we ever been, these two guys, again, to me, and as far as I feel, they took over. It was another controlling issue. we're going to control the issue. You're going to do what we tell you to do. You're going to play what we want you to play. We don't want, we're going to put our songs on it. As far as I was concerned, that album was trash. I don't think it was the best thing they ever did, because I had nothing to do with it. Then we had to go out and perform that album. I was against it, right, again from the bat. Here came more turmoil because I wasn't on it. I had to learn these songs, whoever else played on it. And it was kind of like I was a side man. I felt like in the beginning of the reunion, I was Peter Criss, the Catman. By the time Psycho Circus started again, I was Peter Criss, the side man. Ace was Ace Frehley, the side man. By the time we got even lucky enough to get the farewell, it was a nightmare. It wasn't going well.
So it really all started, the album was the first thing where the cracks first started to show. And then, of course, there was the tour for the album. And then there was, and I would imagine those cracks continued to intensify during the tour.
Of course. And
then you have what is, quote-unquote, the farewell tour, which is where a lot of KISS fans thought it really should have ended. Because
Amen.
Paul's line throughout that whole tour, when people asked him why it was a farewell tour, was, well, we want to end it before it would become an embarrassment and before it's driven into the ground and people say, why don't you stop already?